Gentleman's Corner.
Is this the place that was advertising for the female dance?
Yes, sir.
I was calling for my daughter. She was interested in getting a job, and that sounded like it might be pretty good.
Okay, well, she'll need to come in and talk with Mike. He's the manager, and he's here 7 till 1.
To when now?
7 till 1.
That in the morning?
No, sir, that's at night.
At night?
Uh-huh.
Well, how do that work? Is she just going to be dancing with the men that come in there and she get paid for doing that?
Not exactly. She'll be dancing on stage in front of the audience and sometimes out in the audience by the tables.
Say she will. Well, what kind of dancing is that?
We call it exotic dancing.
Exotic? I ain't never heard of nothing like that, I don't guess. Do it make any difference how big of a girl she be?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to tell you now. She weigh close to 500 pounds. You probably ain't got none down at that size, do you?
No, sir, we don't.
Well, reckon your customers would like to see somebody that size up there dancing?
Well, they might. Different men have different tastes.
Well, I tell you what she danced to all time around here. You ever heard that song? I think it was from a movie or something. They called it the Baby Elephant Walk.
No, sir, I don't think I've heard of it.
Well, it go kind of like this. Do, 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 do. You ever heard that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, now, this ain't one of them places where them girls have to take off all their clothes, is it?
Yes, it is, but not all their clothes, though.
Well, Lord, this girl is side without all her clothes on. But I guess if he wants to advertise as being this large, people might want to pay to come in there and see something like that.
Yes, sir, they might. Why don't you send her in and Mike can talk to her?
Well, I sure will. Look here, can y'all use any, real old women down there? I got an old auntie that we didn't have to put off into a nursing home. Sure would be good to get her up out that wheelchair, and get her some exercise. And maybe she could make some money of her own. I've been paying all the bills, for about 2 or 3 years. This about done broke me. I know, for her medicine and groceries and all that stuff.
I don't think we could use anybody that old.
So y'all ain't really what you call the equal employment opportunity person then, is you?
Yes, sir, we are. Just have her come in some evening and talk with Mike.
I will, honey. You'll recognize, I tell you, she be wearing this big old kind of a fur coat, overcoat looking thing. I hate to tell you this, but she wear that coat everywhere, even in the summertime. Sometime when she in a grocery store, she'll put 2 or 3 hams off in them pockets and get completely away with them. And of course, she be done ate 1 or 2 of them before she can get home with them.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for calling.
All right, honey. I sure do appreciate you here.
Uh-huh. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.